Hello and welcome. It's Candace with Gentle Yoga for Everyone. Today we are going to flow through a gentle flow of yoga for all levels. I'll meet you on your mat. Alrighty. So the word yoga, for those joining for the first time, the word yoga means to connect, because in yoga we are connecting our breath with our heart and also how we're feeling. It's all connected. So we're going to start standing nice and tall. I'm going to let one more of my Zoom students into class. Alrighty, one more. I think that will be the last one for today, I think. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to place our hands on our waist, stand tall. We're going to step the left leg out, step the right leg out. We're going to do a knee bend, hinge and hips, and then rise up. And then we're going to walk the legs back in. All right, so let's do that again. Opposite leg this time. So we go right leg first, left leg out, and bend the knees, and rise up. And then we guide our legs in. Then we do the opposite leg. We're just going to do some nice side steps and knee bends. All right, so we can open up the hips. All right, so let's do it again. Opposite leg, out, out, bend the knees. This time we're gonna stay in the bending knee position and do some pulses. Lower, 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 rising, lower. Yes, all right, so what we're doing now is we're warming up our hamstring and quadricep muscles. So for my Zoom students, please do hit a mute.
Hi, Candice.
Hello.
I'm not hearing you.
You can't hear me? Okay. I'm going to rise
not
up.
hearing.
Okay. Let's all heel toe the feet inward so the thighs touch. I'm going to check the audio. Alrighty. Turn the volume up on the bottom of your check. All right. Check. She can't hear me. The bottom of your screen. Okay. All right. So, because everybody else can hear me. Check your audio. Check audio on bottom. Check audio on bottom. Okay, I'll send that message. All right. So we started the stretching with knee bends. And now we're standing tall. And what we're going to do, as I let her back into class, she was having some difficulty. So what we're going to do now is we're going to guide the arms out. We're going to do some arm circles with the palms facing up. Just do some tiny arm circles. And they'll be tiny if you can squeeze those elbows, keep your palms facing up. And then the next breath allows us to circle the hands back and arms flow back as well. From here, we'll take a breath, allow the arms to flow overhead. On the exhale breath, let's release forward. Lift the heart up and flow forward. Guide your navel inward. Your chin flows to your collarbone. If you feel any discomfort or pain, just guide your knees to bend slightly. So you either have your knees bending slightly or you have your legs straight. Everybody has their eyes open. And from here, we're going to lift up the toes. Lift all 10 toes off of your mat. Really stretch out those calf muscles. Spread your toes as widely as you can. Bring your pinky toe down, next toe down, and just guide all 10 toes to press down into the mat, but keep your weight guided into your heels. Next breath, we're going to all bend our knees. Bend the knees. Spread your shoulder blades across the back and rise up slowly, guiding your navel inward. Palms will face forward. Keep lifting your heart up. Be nice and fluid. We're going to guide our fingertips all the way to the sky with relaxed shoulders. The next breath allows us to look up towards the sky. Guide the arms back. Lift the heart up. Squeeze your glute muscles. Awesome flow. Next breath, we're going to release forward, back to the neutral spine, rotating arms in, let the palms touch. Release the elbows to bend, pressing palms together actively. We're going to now guide the right knee to bend, your right heel lifts, We're going to lift up the right knee. Breathe. Press your palms together. Gaze at a focal point. You don't have to lift your leg high. From here, we're going to circle that foot outward. And we're going to circle the foot inward. Allow the foot to be still and release it all the way down to your mat. Take a cleansing breath. Lift your heart up. Relax your shoulders. And now opposite knee bends. Breathe. Should be the left heel lifting perhaps. And when you're ready, you're going to lift up the left knee, lift your heart, guide the navel inward. Again, you don't have to lift the knee high. We just want to circle that foot outward. And we want to circle the foot inward at our own pace. Allow the foot to be still and release the foot all the way down. And now we're going to look down towards our toes. Guide your chin towards your collarbone, relax your shoulders. And slowly guide your head to flow to the left and to the right, keeping your chin flowing to your collarbone. So we can stretch the muscles in the back of the neck and upper shoulders. From here, we'll take a breath. Let the head be still. We'll take an inhale and lift the head up to the neutral spine position, relaxing shoulders. Let's all gaze downward, and this can be a moment of reflection as we connect with our heart rhythm. And if you choose, you can set an intention or a dedication for your practice today as we notice our own heart energy. Awesome flow. From here, we'll blink the eyes open a little wider. And now we are prepared to start our yoga practice for today. Let's start today in a goddess posture. We'll get there by stepping the feet outward, taking a big step out. Point your toes away from the body like at a diagonal. So not completely away, but in a diagonal position. Press the palms together actively and begin to bend your knees. Allow your knees to guide in the same direction as your toes. Release your palms. Your elbows will be at shoulder level. Your palms will be facing the front of the room. And we're guiding our navel inward. Right? So we're just noticing how straight our fingers are. We're noticing the rise and fall of our chest. And we're noticing the flow of breath in this goddess posture, receiving benefits to pelvic floor, abdominal wall, glutes, hamstrings, and quadriceps. Even the shoulders are benefiting. So many benefits. The next breath, we're going to rise up to straighten knees, straighten elbows. So breathe, straighten knees, straighten elbows, lift your heart up. What a wonderful flow. And on your exhale, guide your knees to bend, elbows to bend. Remember, guide your navel inward as you're exhaling. From elbow to elbow, create a straight line. Palms are facing forward, fingers are straight. Notice the hollowness in the belly. Awesome flow. On the inhale breath, we'll return and rise up to straighten our knees, straighten our elbows as we lift the heart. On your next exhale, allow the knees and elbows to return to bending. Notice how the breath guides your movement. From here, we'll take a breath and we're going to allow the toes to point to the front of the room. Extend elbows to straighten. Knees straighten as well. Let's release to a wide-legged forward fold. So we have all 10 toes pointing towards the front of the room. The body's lowering, the arms are lowering, our eyes are open. You can just slide your palms to the center space between your feet. Keep your eyes open and guide your chin towards your collarbone. This is a wide-legged forward fold. This is an inverted yoga posture. The head is below our hips. And actively lift your glute muscles up. Lift the glute muscles up and guide your tailbone to flow up towards the sky. Press your heart closer to the wall behind you. You might have to soften the elbows with a slight bend to really lift those glute muscles up. And we have our chin flowing towards our collarbone. What a wonderful flow. From here, on the inhale, we're going to lift the hands and rise up to a flat back. So we lift the hands so that the arms flow to straighten, palms facing down. Keep the glutes lifted and just press your heart towards the mat. Your nose is pointing towards the mat or floor. Right when you lift your glutes up, you really encourage that flat, long, extended spine position. So this is wonderful for improving posture, toning leg muscles, activating ligaments in the shoulders and hips. So good for the body. From here, we'll take a cleansing breath. On the exhale, allow the hands to release back to the mat. So we can guide the left toes to point away from the body. Walk your hands towards your left foot. So the left toes point away from the body. Frame the left foot with both hands. So you have the left arm on the outside of the left leg. Now we're going to lift up the right heel, rotate that foot. So all 10 toes point in the same direction. Guide your right toes to be directly below your left heel. All right? So right toes are directly below left heel. The legs are straight. And now transfer your weight to your heels. So we're transferring our weight to our heels so we can be grounded on our heels. The legs are shaped like a pyramid, and this is called a pyramid pose. Allow the chin to flow towards your collarbone. Keep guiding the navel inward. The eyes remain open for focus and concentration for a strong pyramid pose. Awesome flow. From here, we can take a breath and guide the right toes. The right toes will be at a slight diagonal. And now we're going to lift up the left arm. Breathe. Rotate your upper body towards the wall behind you. And your left fingertips flow to the sky. Encourage your shoulders to be stacked. Encourage your elbows to straighten. And keep your breath fluid. This is called a reverse triangle. So good for the body, promoting flexibility in the spine, shoulders, and hips. Also wonderful for improving balance. From here, we'll take a deep breath. And as we exhale, now the left arm begins to lower. The left hand will be on the outside of the left leg. Once you connect with that position, we're going to walk our hands center, all 10 toes flow to the front of the room. We're returning to the wide-legged forward fold. Now we're going to focus on the right foot. We're going to take a breath, guide the right toes to point away from the body, walk your hands towards that right foot. Rotate that back foot as well. So all 10 toes point in the same direction and guide your back foot, which should be your left foot, to be directly below the front foot. So we want to try to create an imaginary line from the front heel to the back toes. Our legs are straight and we're actively guiding all the weight of the body to flow into the heels, keeping the legs straight. As we guide all the weight into our heels, this is called grounding yourself. We have our chin flowing towards our collarbone. Eyes remain open for focus and concentration. What an awesome flow. Now the back foot, which should be your left foot, will guide the back toes, which are the left toes, to be at a slight diagonal. So just guide that foot to turn out slightly, and then we'll focus on the right arm. We're going to lift the right arm, rotate your upper body towards the right, and the right fingertips flow towards the sky. We're gazing upward. So your nose is pointing up towards the sky. We're encouraging our shoulders to be stacked. We have that right palm facing the wall behind us. What an awesome flow. Notice the rise and fall of your chest and see how much air you can guide into your lungs. We're going to take a cleansing breath, and as we exhale, the right arm begins to lower all the way back down. Right hand flows to the outside of the right foot. From here, we'll take a breath and we'll walk our hands forward, lifting up the back foot. Squeeze that back glute. So perhaps you have your left foot in the air. If the left foot is in the air, actively squeeze your left glute muscle. We are balancing on a straight leg. So good for the body. From here, we'll take another breath. And as we exhale, let's go ahead and bend that left knee. Guide the heel to flow towards that right glute and guide that left knee up towards the sky. You're pressing your heart closer to your thigh, keeping your eyes open. Awesome flow. From here, we'll take another deep breath. And as you exhale, the left leg flows to straighten. Once the leg is straight, take another breath at your own pace. And as you release the breath, see how slowly you can release that left leg all the way back down. Once the sole of the foot connects with your mat, transfer your weight to your heels, lift those glutes up, and allow the heart to flow closer towards your thighs, being gentle and moving slowly, noticing the fluid nature of your breath. What an awesome forward fold. From here, we'll take a breath. I'm going to focus on the right leg. When you're ready, take a breath, lift the right leg up, and squeeze that right glute muscle. Awesome flow. Keep guiding your navel inward. You want to really activate that abdominal wall. This is how we improve balance. Very good for the core muscle group and also good for improving focus and concentration. The next breath guides the right knee to bend. The right heel flows towards that left glute, and we're actively guiding the right knee upward towards the sky. Awesome flow. Activating those hip joints, strengthening arms and shoulders at the same time. From here, we'll take a deep breath, and when you're ready, go ahead and extend the bending knee to straighten, and see how slowly you can release that foot all the way down. Guide your navel inward and don't rush. Ultimately, the sole of the foot connects with the mat. We're going to spread the fingers as widely as we can, and we're going to step back to a down dog. Pressing our heart closer to the thighs, guiding the tailbone up, keeping our legs straight, encouraging the heels to release towards the mat. And we take these tiny micro movements. We don't rush. We always allow our breath to be our guide as we are flowing through our yoga posture. From here, we'll take another deep breath. And as we exhale, we're going to walk our hands closer to our feet. Breathe. Walk your hands closer to your feet. And we're going to meet up in a forward fold. Glute muscles lifted, belly hollow, eyes open. The next breath allows the palms to flow to the shins. Fingertips point downward. We're going to straighten the elbows and press our heart forward. Press the heart forward. Guide your knees to flow to straighten. Your nose is pointing towards the wall in front of you for a flat back forward fold. What an awesome flow. From here, let's take another breath. And on the exhale, we're going to release the palms from our shins. Allow the knees to flow to bending. Guide your navel inward. Let your spine take a bit of a C curve. And on the inhale, we're going to rise up slowly. Palms will face forward. See how slowly you can rise up. Control the flow. Guide your arms to extend outward and upward. Remember to lift your heart up as your fingertips flow towards the sky. We'll meet up together in mountain pose with relaxed shoulders, a hollow belly, and all of our weight rooted into our heels. The next breath allows the arms to rotate in and palms touch. Elbows soften, lift the heart up, and actively press your palms together. Relax your shoulders and let your thumbs rest at heart center. From here, we'll take another deep breath. On the exhale, hands flow forward. Actively press your palms together as your elbows flow to straighten. Let your palms face upward. Think about receiving goodness. Breathe deep and let the arms extend outward as the heart rises. And on the exhale breath, we allow the arms to release downward and relax at our side. Awesome flow. Well, we are approximately 30 minutes into practice, a perfect time for a water break. I'm going to grab my water and come right back. And if you have a posture you'd like to flow through, type it in the chat and I'll make sure we get to that posture today. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I just always like to make sure that everything is the best way I can make it. So just wanted to double check that. Alrighty. Get a little more water. Oh, yes, that air feels good. Awesome. All right. And my ladies on Zoom, if there's a posture you'd like to flow through, you can feel free to type it in the chat. I'll check as well. It's a very hot day here in Atlanta Metro. Yes, they reported that the air quality, they gave us, I think, a code orange today. Alrighty, YouTube friends. For those of you that might have just joined, my name is Candace, Gentle Yoga for Everyone. Today we're flowing through a 60-minute yoga class. So we've already completed the first half, and now for the second half, we will resume seated. The first half of the class we were standing. First half of the class we started with stretches. So I'm checking. I see all my Zoom. Well, I see. Some of us have made it back to our mat. So what we'll do is let's guide ourselves to easy pose, which is cross-legged. All right, so we sit with the legs crossed, and it's called easy pose in yoga. All right, and we can just have our left leg in front. Take one last sip. So all righty. So we're in easy pose. We have our left leg in front. Now we're going to take a breath, and we're going to guide the arms out and up. Next breath allows us to rotate the arms so the palms face each other. And we'll take another cleansing breath. This time as we inhale, lift the heart up and really make your spine as long as you can. On the exhale, we're going to release the arms to shoulder level and the palms face each other. From here, we'll guide the left arm to rise and cross. So we make an X shape with the arms. We have the left arm on top. Guide the elbows to bend. And from here, guide the left arm to lower. So your left hand lowers, left palm faces up and create a wrapping motion. Encourage the palms to face inward. It's okay if your palms don't touch. Most importantly, keep your heart lifted. See how much you can elongate your spine by lifting the heart up and keeping your belly hollow. What an awesome flow. So this is good for the ligaments in the shoulders, elbows, wrists, and fingers. So good for the body. From here, we'll take another breath and release. If you're holding your palms, release and allow the arms to begin to unwrap. Hands lower, arms flow to straightening elbows. Next breath, left arm rises, uncrosses. We return back to parallel. Notice how straight your fingers are. Notice how lifted your heart is. Now we'll focus on the right arm. Breathe deep, right arm rises and crosses. We make an X shape with the arms. Guide the elbows to bend, fingertips float towards the sky. Take another full breath, and on the exhale, right hand lowers, right palm faces up, and we create that wrapping motion. Awesome flow. Full inhalation, complete exhalation. Allowing yourself to breathe so deeply you can feel it behind your heart. On your exhale breath, go ahead and release the hands and begin to unwrap. Hands begin to lower and elbows flow back to straighten with the lifted heart. Top arm uncrosses, returning us back to parallel. The breath guides the arms to extend with the lifted heart, and we'll release the arms down. Fingertips connect with the mat. Next breath, left arm rises. Rotate the left arm inward. So the left palm is facing the right wall. Next breath, use your left hand to reach up, high. Shoulder flows up towards the ear. The heart is lifted, belly hollow. And on the exhale, we're going to bend the left elbow. You can either guide the arm behind the head or over the head, all right? More advanced is behind the head. However, over the head is perfectly fine as well. Once you connect with the level that suits your body, focus on your right arm. The right elbow bends, palm is facing the wall behind us, and we're going to guide the knuckles to the low back near our tailbone and guide now the fingertips to flow up. And I'll turn around. All right? So we have the knuckles towards the tailbone. We guide the fingertips up. All right? So just connect with the level that's best for your body. Perhaps your fingertips can't go up. Perhaps when you touch your tailbone, that's the range of motion for your body, and that's fine. If you want to go deeper into the posture and your fingers are touching, you can just simply clasp your hands, lifting the heart up, lengthening the spine. This is how we improve the range of motion in our shoulders, to increase it. The shoulders are a ball and socket joint that require 360-degree range of motion for healthy mobility. From here, we're going to take a deep breath, and as we exhale, if you're holding your fingers, go ahead and release them, and everybody will guide that right hand to lower towards the mat. And now the left hand rises. All 10 fingers are going to flow up towards the sky. Palms will face inward, elbows straight. All right, I'm going to turn back around. All right, so from here, we're going to do the same flow, other side. We're going to take a deep breath, lift the heart up, and as we exhale, left arm lowers, and we're going to guide the left fingertips to touch the mat. Now we're going to reach up with the right hand so that the right shoulder rises up towards that right ear. The heart is lifted, the spine is long. On the exhale breath, we bend the right elbow, keep your belly hollow. The arm will either bend over on top of the head, or you can have the arm behind the head. Most importantly is to keep the heart lifted. From here, we'll take a breath, focus on the left hand. We'll guide the left palm to flow towards the wall behind us. We're going to bend that elbow again. The knuckles flow towards the low back and guide the fingertips upward so that palm is facing away from the body, right? So we either have fingers touching, or you might have your hand towards your low back. So you might be at any one of these positions. You might be here, here, anywhere in between. Most importantly is to listen to your body. Listen and be gentle with the body. Move slowly. Breathe as you're moving. Keep your heart lifted. Breathe deeply. Breathe slowly. Notice heart rhythm. All right, so in this posture, we're receiving benefits to the ligaments in the arms, the wrists, the hands, shoulders, and also gravity is opening the hips. So we're receiving benefits to the hip flexors as well. From here, let's all take a cleansing breath together. And as we exhale, if you're holding your fingers together or hands, go ahead, release. And everybody is going to begin to lower that left hand downward towards the mat. We're going to guide that left elbow to straighten, right elbow flows to straighten, and all 10 fingertips are going to flow towards the sky. Palms face inward. Keep breathing. Let's turn back around. Awesome flow. From here, we'll take a breath. On the exhale, we're going to release the arms all the way down. Fingertips connect with the mat. From here, we'll take a breath. Lift the knees up. Guide the soles of the feet onto your mat. From here, we'll take another breath. Allow the knees to flow towards the left. Right hand captures right ankle, and we're going to just lift the leg and extend the leg to straighten. So we're straightening that. Oh, I said, this is the right, should be the, if I'm your mirror, I'm trying to be your mirror, okay? So this would be the right leg being straight. The right kneecap is facing the front of the room. The right toes are pointing. That's the alignment that we're going for. From here, we'll take a breath. We can rotate the upper body towards the bending knee. Use your hands. We're going to place our hands on either side of the bending leg, close to, so the right hand will be near your calf, and the left hand will be towards the upper thigh near your kneecap. We're going to rotate the body so that you have to lift your glutes up. So lift up that left glute. Use your hands to lift, and now your right kneecap points down. All right, so this is our lizard pose. Do not sit on your left heel. Don't sit on your heel, okay? So this is a lizard pose, and it's also a gateway pose to our splits, all right? So maybe we could practice splits today. So before we get there, let's enjoy this lizard pose. Let's breathe deep, lift the heart up, walk your hands a little closer to your hips. Lift the heart and relax shoulders. What an awesome flow. From here, we can take a breath. If you want a little more, see if you can lift up one hand or two hands. And then if you can, you might want to try lifting your fingers tips to the sky so your hands float upward. The heart is lifted. The breath is long and deep. From here, we'll take another breath. And as we exhale, we're going to allow the arms to release forward. The heart flows towards the bending knee. Release to a fold over your bended knee, guiding the navel in. Let your palms just rest on your mat and breathe deeply. Notice your heart rhythm. From here, we'll take a breath, and we're going to press the palms into the mat and rise up. Back to straighten elbows. From here, let's place the left hand on the inside of the bending knee. So the left hand is on the inside of the left leg. Rotate your upper body, encouraging your heart to point towards the front of the room. From here, we'll take a breath. If you want to go deeper, you can see if you can lift up the right foot. You can use your right hand to assist and go slow. What an awesome flow. Move slowly and listen to your body. Remember, honor your body with your breath. Notice how the heart is beating. Keep your movements fluid. From here, we'll take another deep breath. And as we exhale, if you're holding your foot, go ahead and release it. Let your foot release back onto the mat. Rotate the upper body towards the bending knee. And from here, we're going to guide the left glute to return to the mat. Guide your right knee to flow to bend, so your right heel is flowing towards your right glute muscle. And now we'll guide our knees to flow upward. Breathe, lift your kneecaps taps up towards the sky, so the soles of the feet connect back with the mat. Awesome flow. From here, we'll take a deep breath. As we exhale, now the knees fall to the right. We'll use our left hand to capture left ankle. Take a breath, lift up that leg so that we can extend the left leg to straighten. Your left kneecap is pointing towards the front of the room. Your left glute is off of the mat. You might want to guide that right foot a little closer to the body just for balance. And we're pointing the left toes. From here, we're going to take a breath and we're going to rotate the upper body towards the right. Use the hands to lift up the right glute off of the mat. And now the left kneecap is on the mat. So we have the left toenails and left kneecap on the mat. Do not sit on your right heel. All right, so you just adjust that. So you're using your hands as props. Your hands are regulating how much weight is flowing into the hips. The heart is lifted for a nice strong pigeon pose. From here, we'll take a deep breath. And as we exhale, allow your body to release towards the bending leg. And you can just guide your elbows to flow to the mat. And your chin flows towards your collarbone. What an awesome flow. From here, we'll take a breath. And we're going to walk our hands closer to the bending knee, rising up to straighten elbows with a lifted heart. And if we want to go a little deeper into this posture, we can see if we can lift either one arm or both arms and guide the arms out. See how it feels. If it feels good, on the next inhale, guide the arms up so the fingertips float. If you want to go a little deeper in the posture, we'll guide the left foot to lift, the left knee is bending, and you can use your left hand to assist in lifting the foot, as much or as little as you like. Remember, always listen to your body, move slow, and breathe deeply. From here, we'll take another deep breath, and as we exhale, go ahead and release the foot if you're holding it, and allow it to slowly lower all the way back down. Once the foot touches the mat or floor, rotate the upper body towards the bending knee. Guide your right glute onto the mat. Awesome flow. From here, we'll guide the left knee to bend. All right, with the left knee bending, guide both knees to rise up towards the sky. Soles of the feet connect with the mat. Awesome flow. Next breath, knees now fall to the left. Use your right hand to capture right ankle. Breathe, lift up the foot, lift the leg, guide it back. And from here, we can take a breath. Use the hands on either side of the low thigh, the low left thigh, and lift yourself up off of the mat. You can stay here, or if you want a little more, you can guide the back and front leg to straighten and connect with your split, and just use your hands. So you don't have to go low. You can be very high up, okay? You're using your hands to regulate how much weight goes into the hips, also strengthening arms and shoulders at the same time. So pick your level and breathe deep. From here, we'll take a breath and we'll guide the knees to bend. Next breath, knees rise up, soles of the feet connect with the mat. Take a full breath. As you exhale, knees now fall to the right. Left hand captures left ankle, lift the leg, and guide the heel towards the glute. Use the hands to frame your low right thigh. Now on the inhale breath, lift your glutes up. Breathe, you'll lift by straightening elbows and lifting. If you want to go a little deeper and practice the splits, just guide the front leg and back leg to flow to straighten. Again, you don't have to go low, you can be up high. Using your hands to regulate how much weight is in your hips. Breathe deep. And when you want to go deeper, always do so on an exhale. So if you want to go a little deeper, breathe. And then slowly, 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 let the body soften and relax. Awesome flow. From here, we'll take a deep breath and we're going to guide both knees to bend. And lift the knees up towards the sky, soles of the feet on the mat. Next breath, we're going to turn our bodies to the right. Guide ourselves to the top of the yoga mat. We are preparing to lie down. Once you're at the top of your mat, be sure to lift your heart up. Guide the arms to a diagonal position. Lift the feet off of your mat. If you need support, it's perfectly fine to have your hands behind you. From here, we'll cross the ankles. Take a cleansing breath. And as we exhale, very slowly, we're going to release the low back towards the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Releasing until the shoulder blades connect with the mat, base of the skull connects with the mat. We uncross ankles. On the exhale breath, lower the feet and arms. Allow the legs to straighten. So we are now preparing for our final yoga posture. It's called our Shavasana. We'll lie flat on our mat with the spine long and straight. Make sure your neck is straight as well. Allow your low jaw to be relaxed. Relax your facial muscles and allow your tongue to rest in the low jaw. With the eyes closed, this gives us a chance to really notice how the breath is flowing. Notice the sound of the breath and breathe very slowly. Allow your breath to create a calming wave to flow over the body as you notice the rise and fall of your chest. Notice the beating of your heart. Connect with inner focus, inner peace. As we hold on to this feeling of serenity and focus, Let's all guide our awareness to the feet and allow the feet to slowly move from side to side as we remain connected with the fullness of our breath. Begin to wiggle your toes. Begin to guide your feet to circles. You can activate the ankles. Now, notice the calf muscles and allow the calf muscles to gently squeeze and release. We're going to guide more breath into the lungs and allow the kneecaps to squeeze and release. Focus on thighs, allow the thigh muscles to squeeze and release. Focus on our glute muscles, allow them to squeeze and release. Notice the fullness of the breath. And we're going to focus on the hands. Allow the fingers to bend and straighten and guide your hands to circles so you can activate your wrist. From here, we're going to focus on our shoulders. On the inhale breath, we're going to lift our shoulders up. Breathe deep, lift your shoulders up towards the sky. On the exhale breath, allow the shoulder blades and the arms to return back to the mat. Focusing on facial muscles, allow the lips to move from side to side. Begin to wiggle the nose, and we're going to blink our eyes open, guiding the corners of the mouth up for a gentle smile. Next breath allows the knees to flow to bending, soles of the feet connect with the mat. So we can take a deep breath, and as we exhale, knees fall towards the front of the room. Turn your body towards the left, left elbow bends. We're going to relax in a fetal position on our side. The next breath allows us to slowly place our hands in front of the chest. And as we exhale, gently press the body upright. Guide your body to any comfortable seated position. Lift your heart up and relax your arms either on your legs or at your side. Gaze downward and notice how you're feeling at this moment in time. Take another cleansing breath. And as you release your breath, guide the arms to flow upward. When your fingertips flow to the sky, take another breath. Rotate the arms in so your palms touch each other. On your exhale, release the elbows to soften. Press your palms together. Elbows flow to bending. Together, we're going to meet up at heart center. Relaxing shoulders so we can take another breath. On the exhale, let's release and fold forward. Let's remember the importance of caring for nature, caring for our bodies, and being kind to others. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you, everyone. For those of you that might have joined class a little later, my name is Candace. My yoga platform is Gentle Yoga for Everyone. I go live frequently on YouTube. So if you found this to be helpful, please hit the like button, share it with others, and subscribe. All right, everybody have a beautiful day. Bye. Let's see.